and welcome to our show with Dan McSorley and Sam from the Wilmington News Journal. And Dan, I want to tell you, the guys are on me about my new hat. What do you think?
I think it looks sharp. Hell yeah, man, you're straight pimping, buddy.
Hey, Dan, when I got to looking the Dunbar team over, I was a little concerned about tonight's game. They came in with a 6-3 record, but they scored a ton of points on some people, and they were their own worst enemy. They shot themselves in the foot, but they had some skilled players.
Yeah, they had, I think, 24. He's going to TU. Number one, he's got some offers. They had some athletic kids. But, you know, like I said, told the kids just now, you know, you got to win in all three phases. And I thought our kicking game came up against Hig. You know, they had a hard time handling the blitz on the punt. And that just set the table for us in the first half. And then we gave them a lot of pressure inside. The quarterback had a hard time, you know, getting the snap. But, you know, we'll take it. We're going to move on. You know, we got a little nicked up tonight, but, you know, the state's making you play this extra game. And, you know, they're getting all the money. And our teams like us, you know, we get banged up. But, you know, we're just going to have to lick our wounds a little bit, focus in on who in the hell we got to play, and just try to go in the game and just game plan and hopefully execute next week.
Dan, I commented all season about what a great key you had in McGinnis, and tonight Dunbar had trouble in two areas. Number one, their snap to their quarterback. I don't know whether he couldn't handle it or it was a bad snap, but their kicking game was not near Clinton-Massie style.
No, and we kind of knew that going in on film that they would present some problems. You know, we were going to present some problems for them in the kicking game. And that's just one of the things we call just a double backer barrel. We call it demon. The center, the snapper. It was just probably too much for him to handle, and I think that kind of discombobulated him a little bit. And I think that was the difference in the game. But you know, we made some mistakes up front. We're going to have to clean up a little bit. I thought our defense played outstanding. Eli Ruther came in. He's healthy. He had been nicked up a little bit, and you know, Carter Martin still does a nice job. So, you know, we're going to try to get a little more two platoon on the offensive and defensive lines, because that may have affected us tonight. But we're going to see who we got and just go at. I don't know, right? Do you know what the score? You know who's winning, McNick or?
Nick's winning.
Okay.
Yeah. Sam, we've got Sam with us tonight from the News Journal, and I'm sure he's got a very nice question for you, Dan.
Congratulations on the big win, Coach, first of all. Second of all, your offense and defense both started off really, really hot tonight, not allowing a single point in the first quarter, not having a single drive where you didn't score in the first quarter. What do you attribute to that kind of start?
Well, just, you know, we did what we did. The offensive line executed really well. You know, Peyton went in there. He was an explosive. He had a couple explosive plays. He could have played, but we just felt like it was probably better for him to keep him out. But like I said, we executed. We started out fast, and in the kicking game again. The kicking game, the special teams came up big, and I think that contributed to a lot.
Dan, tonight you played a couple of kids. You played Carmack, a defensive back who normally is only a platoon, plays offense. But Elkins, your backup quarterback, he got time in the defensive backfield and running the ball. That has to be a big plus for you to have some kids that can step up to the plate.
You have to, and I keep telling people that. I was like, when you're a school our size, you know, it's a luxury to have depth. And that's really what we've been trying to do the whole year, is just develop players in different positions. And, you know, when a kid gets nicked up, instead of like, oh, it's hopeless, no, we have to have the next guy up mentality. And that's what we had kind of to do tonight.
What about Peyton Warren? What kind of an injury did he have?
I think it's just a contusion. You know, we'll rest him. He was okay. He could have played, but we just felt it was just in management purposes. And, you know, we knew we thought we had the game at hand. So we're going to try to get him healthy so we have a nice fresh back next week.
Obviously, in the second quarter, there was a play-action pass that was intercepted. A lot of times that can really kill momentum, but your defense stepped up huge. What can you say about that unit and what that's going to mean going forward?
On our defense? Yeah, we just got great pressure. I thought the two inside tackles played exceptionally well. Brighton Rodman, the edge player, Brendan Musser. Those guys are really playing well right now. Our linebackers are running well. You know, Nolan Phipps, can't say enough. He kind of manages, he quarterbacks that defense. And the secondary, we're just, you know, we're seasoned right now because all we've seen is four passing style offenses. So we feel like everything that's led up to this game and the playoffs has kind of prepared us for going forward.
Dan, I thought the sportsmanship tonight was exceptional.
I'll tell you, man, we played Dunbar in scrimmages for 20 years, and Coach Lackey and myself, we're about the same age, and he's a real fun guy, and I knew it was going to be that kind of game. There was no animosity. It was just a good, hard-fought, clean football game, and those guys, I don't think people realize, some of them guys, they ride a coat of bus to school, and they don't have the advantages as some of our kids. So my hat's off to that program. They had a nice year. They won 6 games. The games that they lost to 3 of the best teams in the state of Ohio.
They lost some good
Troutwood,
teams. Madison,
Troy's ranked 8th. You got Northmont plays in Centerville, that huge league that they're in. So we knew that they were going to be seasoned as well. But our hat's off to those guys, man. We really appreciate them guys coming out and giving us a heck of a game.
One last question from me tonight. After the big win, what's the message for the guys out there moving forward on this playoff?
Well, we can't be satisfied, man. We just got to keep, we got to keep doing things right. We got to take care of our bodies, make sure we get rest, and just see what Nick has for us, and evaluate the films, break it down, develop a game plan, and just try to keep executing.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Dan, last question for me. How much of an edge is it to have a home game next week again?
Well, we like. I'll be honest, man. We like going out and playing in real nice venues, and it's nice having a home game. But also, these guys, man, we like playing in a nice, big, beautiful stadium. So, we got one more game here. It'll be special for our seniors to go out, hopefully with a win. That's the main thing, Roger. But we got to get next week and we'll see what happens.
Okay, Dan. Thanks a lot, fans, for joining us this evening. That's the Dandy Dan Show.
All right.
Dandy Dan Show. Another big win for the Falcons as they move on to the second round in the state playoffs. Good evening.